this is the person I want speaking at my event. This is the person I want doing my next training workshop. This is the person I want on this next contract. Whatever it is that you're going after from a business perspective, personal branding is going to help you get there. And this is why personal branding matters so much for business owners.
Welcome back to the ADS Agency Podcast. I'm Andrea TheoJohn, and we're here to help entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, and personal branders navigate branding. Our boutique marketing and branding firm specializes in helping B2B professional services brands get clear on their messaging, imagery, and overall digital and real-world presence. I'm an ex-corporate branding director turned entrepreneur who's obsessed with helping new business owners understand what it takes to build a brand that not only can compete in your market space, but that you can be proud of and have confidence in, knowing that it's tailor-made with your perfect, ideal client in mind. Which is why on the ADS Agency Podcast, I'm giving you all the info we know about how to set up your brand for success from the start, so you can serve the world with excellence, the way you were meant to, and build that dream life you're imagining right now. So grab your coffee, tea, or a glass of wine. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, and let's get these marketing and branding tips you can put to work today.
Hey there, this is Andrea with the ADS Agency, here to bring you the very best in marketing and branding tips, as well as business tips for those of you who are entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, and personal branders. Today, we're talking about why personal branding is so important for entrepreneurs in particular. Now, when I say entrepreneurs, you can also take this for personal branders in a career space, because truth be told, you have to have an entrepreneurial spirit a bit to really excel in a career. Excel. That sounds like a company name. It's Excel. I remember that. To really excel in a company, you need that kind of entrepreneurial spirit about you. But really, this is for the business owners as well. So whether you are working for yourself or you're a solopreneur, you're thinking about making that jump, this is why personal branding is so important. So number one, just know that as a business owner, especially one just starting out or thinking about starting a business, the number one reason why personal branding matters to you is because you're the face. Everybody starts out, unless you have vast amounts of funding and all of that from investors, which kudos to you if you do. But the vast majority of entrepreneurs start out all alone, solo. And that means you are the face of your business. So the way you carry yourself, present yourself, package yourself in the real world, offline, and in the online world, digital, both together matter so much. Why? Because it's first impressions. Everybody knows first impressions matter, but it's also authenticity. We hear that word a lot. Authenticity, as I see it, that is where your personal brand in the real world matches what you're saying in the online world. Okay? So it's one thing to tell the world who you are. That's controlling your narrative. And that's a big part of what personal branding is, taking control of the narrative of how the world sees you. And that's important. But it also has to match up with those real world results, right? So can she talk the talk and walk the walk, right? That matters. And that's what makes a really powerful personal brand. But back to why it all matters. You're the face. People have to know, like, and trust you. Okay. So taking the time to craft a personal brand helps do a lot of shortcuts for you, for people. It helps people know, what is it that I want people to remember after they meet me in the real world or online, however they encounter my personal brand. What is it that I want them to remember about me? And what you also want people to be able to do is to walk away and be able to talk to other people and say, this is what I know about her and her business and what she does, right? It's the thing that people are able to say about you when you're not in the room. So just thinking about a brand in general, that word is thrown around a lot. Like, what is a brand anyway? Especially from a personal brand standpoint, it's really, at the end of the day, reputation. Okay? It's what people think about you. It's how they think of you. And that matters because why? Reputation, as you know, is everything. So if you have a reputation that's all over the place because you have this business popped up here and then you did this side gig and this totally unrelated real estate thing and then this other super unrelated t-shirt business, you know, what should people know you for? The jack of all trades? The person who can do whatever but nothing really well? There's something about you that people have to remember. And so that's the part of personal branding that matters, is taking control of that messaging and helping people realize what you do. So one thing you can do right now from an online perspective is Google yourself afresh. If you've not done that, take a moment to Google yourself. If you often do that for whatever reason, get someone else to do it who's not Googling you all the time, a friend, a colleague, a whomever. Google you afresh, see what shows up on that first page of Google, but also go look on the images and also go look at the video. Just notice what's showing up about you, okay? That's important because it's going to give you a clue as to how people see you when they go search you in the real world. Online in the real world, it's all a mix. But how they find you, how they see you. So that's important. I want you to go Google yourself and notice what people, if you did not know yourself, if you didn't know you, if you just met you on the street like a stranger would, and they were curious about you, they got your card, they got your digital card, however they got connected, and they were like, let me go look this person up and see if they're legit, see if they're real. That's how we do with people. If we're curious about them, we go search them. What is that search telling them about you? Take some notes. If there's not much there, if you're seeing a bunch of other people that aren't you, if you're seeing a bunch of content that really is more personable as opposed to business related, those are things that you're going to have to work on and fix. And how do we fix that? It's through the act of personal branding. It's through the act of personal branding. A couple of elements, we won't dive into all of that in this video. We're really talking about why it's so important, but some elements that help craft that online is a website, at least a landing page. If you don't have a full-fledged website, a landing page is just a little one-pager site, basically. Some kind of home for you. And I highly, highly recommend a blog of some sort because that's going to help you with search engine optimization, being able to be found when people are searching for you. So some kind of web presence with a blog, ideally. Some kind of social media presence. No, you do not have to be in all the places on TikTok and the latest newest thing in Clubhouse that that popped up during the pandemic and all the other things. You do not have to be in all the places, but you do have to pick at least one, and I would say two, at least two. LinkedIn, and if LinkedIn isn't your favorite, your other favorite, Instagram, Twitter, whatever is your jam. It's probably not Twitter. But wherever you are, pick at least two. LinkedIn needs to be one of them. Okay. And that's for several reasons that we won't go into here. Your online presence consists of that website, that social media, at least two accounts, 3 or 4. If you can handle it, great. A piece a lot of people miss is email communications. This is also another topic for another day, but having your own email list is far more important than building up that social media presence. Social media audience building, great, do it. But I'm telling you, people miss out on email because the actionable rates on email, when you ask for an action, buy my book, come to my event, do something, some kind of action you want people to do, subscribe to my YouTube channel, which feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel while you're here. Thank you. Whatever you ask for an action, 1 to 3% on social media are going to take action at any time. So if you got a tiny little audience of 200 people, what's 1% of 200? 10% is 20, 1% is 2 people. 2 people at any given time may take action versus those same 200 people on email, or 2,000, whatever it is that you have. If it's a good email list and they know you, like you, trust you, you got your email list the right way, not just stealing emails online or buying lists and all that horrendousness that will get your hand slapped. You got it the right way and we'll talk about that too at another time, by attracting people into your world, or you ask their permission to add you to their list. They said yes, they joined your email list. That's somebody who wants to be there. A great email list has an open rate of as high as 40 to 50%, no less than 20%. So that same 200 people, instead of 2 people on Instagram, you could have 40 people in the digital world on email opening up your emails. And then the people taking action from there is still going to be higher than the people taking action on social media by far. Multiply that, if it's 2,000 people, that's more like 400 people taking action. So you see, that's a piece a lot of people miss. If you're a personal brand or entrepreneur, if you're an entrepreneur working on your personal brand, which means you're also working on your business, because again, starting out, it's one and the same. That email list is critical. Okay, so that's just a little hint, but I hope this gives you an idea of why personal branding matters. It matters for trust. It matters because it's your reputation, and people only do business with people they know, like, and trust, right? So personal branding helps to speed up that process, much like video helps to do it. It helps establish a rapport faster. It helps you feel more credible, all those great things. Personal branding is a part of that. It helps you feel credible. It helps you feel like this is a person who knows what they're talking about. They're an expert. I feel like I can trust them based on these testimonials I see, based on what I'm reading, and it sounds like they know what they're talking about. Based on what I'm hearing them saying, they sound like a credible, trustworthy person that I could work with. That's the work of personal branding. We're helping people see, this is the person I want speaking at my event. This is the person I want doing my next training workshop. This is the person I want on this next contract. Whatever it is that you're going after from a business perspective, personal branding is going to help you get there. And this is why personal branding matters so much for business owners. There's a myriad of other reasons, but those are the top reasons. What other reasons do you have? Feel free to add them in the comments below. Again, my name is Andrea with the ADS Agency. As always, happy to be here for you who are solopreneurs, personal branders, entrepreneurs. Feel free to subscribe to this channel, and I will see you next time.